What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Last night I got an email for an Integra DA at the Newark Junkyard, and I'm on my way there now in hopes that the front spindles are still there for the JDM EF2 so we can do a big break conversion. I'm still looking for the visor for my brother's CRV, and I'm looking for a bunch of miscellaneous clips for moldings for the JDM EF2 so I can put the moldings back onto the hood. So I'm about 10 minutes out from the yard. We'll see you guys inside. So I'm gonna go find his DA first because like the first thing to get torn into, and try to see if those spindles are there. And then I need to find an EF and a CRV, which is over here. Another thing I might want to look for is Dodge Caravan 3.3, like the one that I drive, because the injectors, one of it is stuck and it's pissing fuel out of the exhaust system. So I'm looking for row 106. We're close. Yo, I have not seen one of these in years. I'm talking about years. Oh geez, you guys know this is the lip for the EFs right here. Oh, I haven't seen one of that. This is an 88 Acura Integra, and this thing is actually pretty clean. But dude, I have not seen a lip from this car in a very long time in good condition. I'm taking that. Man, this lip is super freaking mint. Keep this little rubber piece on here. Not a dent. And also, look at that. Dual overhead. For all you diehards, dude, it's complete. All right. I'm gonna find a way to secure this so I don't lose it on my walk. I'm gonna take off some electrical tape from the ECU plug and just tape it over the lip. If you guys didn't know, the ECU for this Integra is under the passenger seat, right? Back when, these lips used to be like 13-14 bucks. So we're gonna find out today how much they gone up in prices. 105. This should be 106. That's right there at the end. This is also new rows. 2 Junkyard videos ago, we came here and manual transmission, Honda Accord. 2 Junkyard videos ago, we came here and there was a lot of rows they took out, but no cars were getting filled in, or 2 was. And now they're all the way over here now. That row's gonna get filled in as well too. Uh-oh, it's coming off. And it looks like the spindles are still here. Man, this color DB1 4-door is fire. That's clean. Quick little walk around, automatic. Clean. The mud flaps are still there. Looks really good with the OEM wing. If it's an OEM wing, I don't know about wings for Integras. Oh wow, these are also clean. Back seats are clean. Dash clean. 201,000 miles. ECU's already gone. Factory radio. Man, I don't know. DB1 is definitely on the list to do. I would do a 4-door before I do a coupe. Factory, all factory. All right, looks like we got some spindles to take off. I didn't bring my big impact, so hopefully I can knock off this axle nut. Ooh, that's gonna be a problem. And I don't want to snap this. Normally when I don't bring my big gun, I bring the 3/8 to 1/2 inch adapter, but it's not in my bag, so I really don't want to break this axle, although it is specific to automatic. If you're trying to put it into a manual car, you can't use it because it's different. You know, if I can't figure it out, I'm gonna have to just cut that boot and take the axle stubby with the spindle. I am going to take the rotor off, but I'm going to take the caliper. I want to say I'm probably going to take the calipers for the other DX spindle and fast brake adapter, and I might pop the rears off as well too, and I need the e-brake cable as well, so gotta get to work. So I was able to take off this axle nut right here with my Harbor Freight 1/2 inch with an exhaust pipe, but on this side is really on there because it bent my Harbor Freight 1/2 inch ratchet. I'm not trying to snap this in case I need it, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut the boot on this side, and then this one should be all the bolts, and then the spindle should just come off. All right, so I ended up knocking the cup off the axle shaft, so I tied it to the ABS unit right here, and I gave it a couple of good old swing with the hammer and knock the cup out of the shaft. So I'm gonna have to take it with it. Hopefully they don't charge me for it. I already got both the rotors off on the floor, calipers right here, and I'm looking at the engine bay and I'm like, whoever had this car definitely took care of it. New brake master, new power steering line, new radiator, it's got new spark plugs, new distributor, NGK wires, valve cover gaskets. Like somebody took care of this, and I'm not entirely sure why it's in the yard, because it's not an accident. There's nothing marked on the window. It's super clean. So sometimes it's like, yeah, like gold badges. Sometimes these are either like donated in or picked up off the street, but it would have a tag on here. So sucks to see it in the yard, but I don't need to look for an EF because the clips that I'm looking for are these guys right here. So I need like, probably gonna take all of it, to be honest with you. So I popped one off right there, and this is a different style clip. I'm sure it'll still work, but I want to make sure it does work. So this green one right here came off the molding on the door. So these are the styles that I'm looking for right here. Even though the EF is white, I mean, you're really not going to see it being green. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pop these off. I'm just using a needle nose and just kind of putting it right in between and pop it off just like that. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to the front, pay for the spindle and the calipers and the front lip, drop it off in the car, and I'm going to come back in to grab all the miscellaneous little things that I need, the visors and stuff for my brother's car. So first round I paid $147.88, and I had to take off the calipers because it was sitting at a 185 or something like that, and he started like adding more to the caliper. So the caliper itself is one unit, and then the bracket, because it separates, is a second unit, and the total ended up being like 250. So I was like, nah. So I ended up taking off the calipers. I didn't buy them, just got the lip and the spindles. So right now I'm gonna go back in and see what the next round is looking like. First stop, the CRV right here up in the front row. I need all the little shims right here. None of the parts store around me has them, and while I'm in the yard, may as well. Somebody already started taking it off. I mean, I can order it and it'll be here in one day, but I'm already here, and like I said, somebody already did the work for me. Got the shims that I need. We have this one right here, 2006, row 64. It is a burgundy color. Wow, driver's side visor's gone. Next one, 59. I was literally going the opposite direction. This one's right up in the front as well too. Let's see if the visor's still in here. And they're both gone. Is that a common thing for the CRVs? So we got a 2000. So we have a 38, 34, 37. That's on the other side. A little sidetrack. This thing looks like Big Bertha. Holy moly. Vandura. All right, so there's this CRV here. I thought I saw it had a visor in it. It does. Okay, so this one has a visor, but it's a tan interior. I don't think my brother will trip. Okay, so what's supposed to be here? Because it's missing whatever's supposed to be here. How do I even take this off? Huh. I'll get a flathead real quick. I just took a flathead to pry the cover off and it just came off as one unit. That's interesting. So there should be 2 more CRVs. Oh man, this whole entire row is ransacked. I want to see what is supposed to go in that pocket on the visor. Ooh, look at that spider web. Do we have a visor? Nope. The entire headliner is gone. Oh, there's one on the floor right there. My battery just died. The CRV didn't have a driver's side. This is the last one. And the visor's gone too. So looks like we're going to get on out of here because I can't film anything else for you guys. And realistically, this is all I needed for my brother's car. Man, oh man, traffic was kind of crazy. Took a little while to get home, but we're back. And the visor, I think I paid like 15 bucks for it. So I did swap the mirror on here because it didn't have one. It is off colored, but I mean, rather have one than to have none, right? Because it took us quite a bit to get home, the sun is already setting. We have about 30 to 45 minutes left. I'm gonna spend the rest of my evening cleaning the entire spindle, both of them, Moxie acid cleaner with a wheel brush. And if I have paint, which I don't think I do, but I'll double check. If I have paint, I'm gonna paint the spindles as well. I did go to O'Reilly's to buy new ball joints. I got some import direct ones and we're gonna swap those out as well. I don't have any issues with import direct at all, so we're rocking with those. And then possibly maybe I'll mock up the Mini Cooper rotors, the CRV calipers, and the TSX pads to show you guys the Integra spindle is a good option for the big brake conversion if you can't find the EX spindle. So first things first, let's go ahead and knock out the axle nut for the stubby. That was definitely on there and probably explain why my Harbor Freight 1/2-inch ratchet freaking bent. There we go. Not going to be using the dust ring, so I'm going to pop these off. Ball joints, trash. There's the second one. All right, take a look at this. Take a look at this. The cleaning process always takes a very long time, no matter how small or big the job is. A spindle, I went 2 rounds with the acid cleaner and the brush, and it's starting to look proper. So if you look, All the gunk that was caked up all in between here are gone. In between here, all gone. On both spindles, looking good, looking good. So I do have primer, and I have just a little bit of gloss black. Now I can go flat black, but I kind of want it to be glossy with the rest of the suspension, which I painted a couple of days ago. So the shock forks are all gloss black. This is the original Spindles, all gloss black. My upper control arms are gloss black. My lower control arms are gloss black, and kind of want it to be all uniform together. So I'm gonna go ahead and bend out this shield just a little bit because it is kind of wonky on both of them. And then I'm gonna start taping this all up and see what I can spray before we do the ball joints. Sorry guys, I don't know where I left you guys off at, but we got the spindles painted, and I did have some gloss black. So I got some gloss black right here, quick color from Home Depot, and I gave it a coat of the rust reformer, and then I hit it with the gloss black, and it is all dried up. I got all the tape taken off of it. I'm gonna go ahead and just put this back into the garage. I was going to do the ball joint, but one of my buddies came through for a little bit actually, and we were just kind of hanging out talking, and I was helping him out with his spindle, and he had a hard time trying to take the bearing out of his spindle because of, you know, you got to find ways to like try to prop the spindle up straight for the press to press the bearing out. I have a trick that holds the spindle up in place to be able to press the bearing out. So we kind of did that. I pressed out his old bearing right there, cut the race off his hub, cleaned the hub up, and I also did new ball joint. So the reason why I'm not putting my ball joint in is because he bought the ball joint for the spindle that came off his hatch, which turned out his spindles were Integras. So the Civic one was a lot smaller, and it didn't fit in his spindle. So what ended up happening was I took the one I just bought I took the one that I just bought and installed it onto his spindle, and now I only have one. And I don't know how I feel about, you know, just putting one on. So I'll wait until he gets me a new one tomorrow, so I'll press both the new ball joints together. That's just my process in my head, I guess. But anyways, I got the spindle all done for him, and he just took off. I'm cleaned up. I'm just gonna go ahead and put the spindles back into the garage. I was gonna do the, you know, disc and the caliper and the brake pads and stuff, but I don't want to pull it all out because I lost a lot of time just hanging out. So anyways, the lip as well too, take it inside. I did scrub and clean the hell out of it, right? And this thing is ready to be used, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. Let me close the garage real quick. So I did scrub down the visor for my brother's CRV, made it all nice and clean for him. And I did go check in his car to see why he needed one. And he actually doesn't even have one on the driver's side. It was actually in the back seat. And I saw that this entire section was broken off, which makes sense why he needs another one. And I'm just realizing now that this entire unit is plastic. So you yank on it too hard, you're probably gonna break it. Oddly enough, all the gray ones in the yard were gone, and the only one that was there was this tan one. So he's just gonna have to rock with it. This, oh geez, you guys know, this was the most sought out for, the most common lip for the EF front bumper between all the years. First gen Integra lip has that OEM look to it, squarish and everything. It has a good, I would probably say maybe 2 1/4 in height. So this kind of gives you that nice little lower look as well too. And it's crazy because I haven't seen a first gen Integra in the yard in like over 5+ years maybe. And I came across that super duper mint one today, and the front lip was still there. So what I'm going to do with this lip, if you guys haven't noticed, JDM EF2, before I bought it, HMO parted out everything from that car. It took the side skirts, all the mud guards, the front lip, the interior, and I want to use this front lip on the JDM EF2. But with knowledge and experience from all the past lips I've done now, I was going to use the Honda Accord one, the CB7, and cut it in the middle and mold it like I did the blue all-wheel drive car and the 8.8 silver sedan. Now I'm going to modify the first gen to the JDM EF2. What I mean by modify is this entire curvature fits the EF bumper just about perfect. But this back end right here is really long, and normally we just cut it like right there. And when you cut it, you'll just have like an open end without a cap, right? The only person I knew back in the days, I think his name was Wowitz Lin. He has a burgundy EF sedan with the first gen lip, but he molded this end cap to make it look like an OE lip. So that's what I want to do with this lip on the JDM EF2. I want to modify, mold it, retrofit it onto the JDM EF2 bumper utilizing the end cap. So stick around for a video like that. Today was super duper random to hit the yard because I rolled out of bed, I checked my email, it showed a DA just came in, which means it probably came in the day before the notification, and I shot out there to shoot straight for that DA to find those spindles. That's all I was looking for, and some parts, but mainly the spindles. And we got what we were looking for. I'm super stoked because now we got it all prepped. That means once we start assembling that knuckle spindle assembly, we can start putting all the suspension stuff back into the JDM EF2 so we can further make progress on that car. Because I don't know if you guys follow the Honda Meet on Instagram or just them in general. Their Honda Meet is coming up soon here in March at Lake Elsinore again, and the goal is to finish, it's far-fetched, but the goal is to finish the JDM EF2 by mid-March to bring it down to Lake Elsinore to display the JDM EF2. So that's my goal, and the sooner I put the front suspension back together, the subframe, the sooner the engine can go into the car. So we're gonna wrap it up for this video right here. I hope you guys enjoy a little bit of the Junkyard scroll. I know I didn't really walk it, but realistically, I just wanted those spindles, and we got them. So if you guys enjoyed this video a little bit, be sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you guys want to stick around for more progress update on the JDM EF2, or we have just about everything to prep Chewy's K24 engine to be assembled, to be ready to put into his car. If you guys look, we have a bunch of parts piled up on top of his engine right there, all strapped down because it's literally a mountain of parts. So if you guys want to stick around and see the preparation of the JDM K24A, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.